I'm Damon Nelson, and I wanted to ask you a question. You want to semi-automate your content posting. Now, I mean semi. It means 95% of the work is done by somebody else or another tool. Let's get started. It's very simple, and I'm going to walk you through how I do my social content marketing. So let's start off with the social media management, the semi-automated part of the process. And I use Buffer. Now, I have multiple accounts, so I've got the Pro Buffer account, but you can get started with the free account, and it's basically going to be good for Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Google+. And you drop things into Buffer, and Buffer will automatically post them out based on the schedule that you've set up with Buffer. Now, here's how I make it look professional. I use a service called Q. Now, Q, what they do is they hand select the content based on the categories you give them, and it will place it inside a buffer going to each of these accounts. And you could have it select 1 time a day, 3 times a day, I think up to like 6 times a day of posting content. This is great content. These are viral posts, news articles, trending posts, blog comments. This is a really good software. Now, you can also, with Buffer, they have a Chrome extension. And I think they also have one for Firefox, where if you're inside and you're browsing and you see an article you think your Facebook group would like, what you do is you tag it with your Buffer extension, and it will place it in the queue going out to each of these social links based on which ones you choose when you do the Chrome extension. So that's the second way of getting them into Buffer. This is one of my favorite ways, is Buffer, as I use RSSMasher. I take trending viral RSS feeds, I combine them all into one feed that is applicable to the website or content, and I'll feed it into Buffer, and then Buffer will kick it out here as new articles are being posted. Now, why I use RSSMasher instead of a straight RSS feed? Well, I'm going to combine several RSS feeds so I know that I get at least 1 or 2 new posts every single day. Sometimes you can't guarantee that you're going to have valid content every single day. I also do what they call thick RSS summary posts, meaning they look like the entire blog post. So I do a little bit of research using RSSMasher to get them into a combined package going into Buffer. So that's all I do with Buffer. I have a program called BluePage. You don't need it, but if you've got it, use it. You can put quotes, images, and memes in an auto-posting schedule, and it will go into these social sites without even going into Buffer first. So I use BluePage and Buffer to automate my posting content. And lastly I use a blog RSS feed going into Buffer, and then Buffer drops it out in the queue. Now, this comes straight from my website content or my client's website content. And how I don't like writing articles. I hate looking at a blank screen. So I use a company called Text Broker. And it's anywhere from $10 to $20 per article. But they're very well written. They're usually 350 to 550 words. You tell them what keywords you want to focus on, and they do a pretty good job. And you can choose the quality of the writer. The higher the quality, the a little bit more expensive it is. But look to be spending $15 to $20 a piece. Now, I'll do 2 or 3 of these a month, and I'll go to Canva or Pexel, and I'll bring in a good image and put it in there as the featured image. And then I manually post that into my website content. Now, the reason I do this, I want to make sure the formatting is correct, and it only takes half a minute to grab it, cut, copy, and paste in here. Also, my clients, I have them write 1 article a month. Now, usually they turn it over to an intern to write the article, but they'll manually write it, and then they'll post it to their website content. Then I come back to RSSMasher, and I want to put in some local news feeds. And so I'm looking for what I call thick RSS summary posts. And we explain that to you in RSSMasher in the training. But I'll combine several local newspapers, local trade publications that have good websites and good feeds. I combine them all into one feed, and then I send it up to our WP RSS aggregator. There are several that will create blog post content from your RSS feed. This is the one I choose, but I do a manual review before it releases in here, because sometimes you'll get junk in here. You may have a Kim Kardashian article when you're trying to advertise for local business leasing offices. So you want to make sure that you manually review the content coming in out of your local news feeds. So this is the entire process that I create a $2,000 a month look and feel of a marketing agency. And I do this for my own sites also. And I specifically use this, and this to feed my buffer. And then I use text broker. I'll do 1 or 2, sometimes 3 into the blog post. And then that comes up and feeds buffer, which feeds my social media accounts. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of walkthrough. I know it's quick. I just wanted, I wanted you to see how to semi-automate. It's not fully automated, because if you do that, you're going to get junk. I promise you. Because what you get in RSS feeds sometimes has no relevance to the subject or the category that you're wanting. So you always want to do a little bit of review before you post that live, especially down here if you're going into your website. You don't want to be talking about Kim Kardashian or Donald Trump if you're doing some type of local business. You want to talk about local business news. So anyway, I hope you like this, and I'll see you on the next training video.